Patrick Dorgu is on plane to Manchester to obviously undergo his medical, and obviously we anticipate that by Sunday everything will be done and dusted, and then he'll be his transfer will be pending confirmation and registration from the FA. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. And this is the channel that brings you your latest news and information as far as everything is really concerned. Here we come to obviously bring you something concerning Patrick Dorgu into the mix, and he's one of those players that we are really excited to get. And Fabrizio Romano has come up and obviously had something to say about Patrick Dorgu. He said Patrick Dorgu on his way to England now. He will be in Manchester today. Plan confirmed for Danish fullback who is joining Man United on 30 plus 5 million euros of add-ons. First signing for Ruben Amorim coming. So Patrick Dorgu is obviously on the plane, and let me obviously take this opportunity to show you how Patrick Dorgu is on plane and how he has boarded to obviously come to Manchester to see to it that everything really goes on as planned. So he's on the plane coming to Manchester, and I know a lot is really expected from the lad, and that is Patrick Dorgu for you. And the photo was taken by the agent and obviously forwarded to Fabrizio Romano, and you see the watermark of Fabrizio Romano onto that photo, and that is Patrick Dorgu traveling to England. Now, him traveling to England obviously is the most important bit of it all that we want to see, and to see to it that he holds that shirt of Manchester United anytime from now. First signing of Amorim, coming, and we are all anticipative of what this guy is obviously going to be at the club of Manchester United. But yesterday, we are all shocked when he was on the bench, because I was like, why would the team keep a player when they don't want to, or why would they name him in the squad and put him on the bench when they're not obviously going to be using him? And I was like, this team is really having issues with Manchester United. But I think this team, used this chance to obviously threaten Manchester United, to see to it that United dances to the tunes of Lecce. I think there are certain missing bits that United had not gone ahead to obviously fulfill, and they said we've gone ahead to include the player into the squad. And I think a lot of things were supposed to be rushed, and now the player never played. He never started the game, and he never played none of the minutes into that entire 90 minutes game that was played with Atalanta. And that game of football went ahead to obviously end in favor of Lecce. Lecce was playing Parma, and they beat Parma by 3-1. That is Lecce for you. But after the game, obviously the manager came up and obviously had to confirm. That is the manager of Lecce, who goes by the names of Gianpaolo, had the following to say about the guy known as Patrick Dorgu. He said it's true. Patrick Dorgu will be flying to Manchester on Saturday. He's a fantastic player and guy. He always did his best for us. I didn't play him tonight as his mind could be already there at Old Trafford. So he did the best thing for the club of Manchester United, and I've always come out and told you here that Man United is really doing some good business. And for whoever hasn't gone ahead obviously see this guy play, you will obviously do the needful and really play. That is it. So if all goes on well as planned, the player will obviously touch down Manchester today because he's on plane, and he's gonna be unveiled, I think, either Sunday or Monday. That is it. And by the way, we are playing at Old Trafford tomorrow, right? And we are playing Crystal Palace. They might announce him towards the game, and he might really hold that shirt in front of the fans of Old Trafford. That is the guy known as Patrick Dorgu into the mix. So the manager said he never really played him yesterday because his heart looked like it was not in Manchester. Patrick Dorgu went ahead to obviously say bye-bye to the fans of Lecce after the game of football, and that is how he obviously bid his farewell to the fans of Lecce, and it was like, thank you for obviously hosting me for this time, but I couldn't say no to Manchester United. However much Napoli wanted me and I would stay here until the summer, that wasn't the plan, because a chance like this to go to play for Manchester United comes once in a while. And what threatened him a lot was that United was looking in for young players, and there are very many young wing backs. And if at all the chance is on him, then he had to obviously give it a very huge go, and the guy was like, let's go and obviously do the needful. So he really gave it a go, and waiting until the summer would have got ahead, obviously expose him into a very bad situation, because if Luke Shaw returns, because he's back on the pitch and he plays very well as a left wing back, you know, if Malacia leaves Man United, goes on loan, and obviously performs very well, you understand. So this is the chance he had, because he now has close to 4 or 5 months to obviously prove himself well and really not shame the people that are really responsible for obviously playing at the club or really scouting him at the club of Manchester United. And now these are the 2 photos of him really bidding farewell, and that is Patrick Dorgu for you on plane to Manchester to see to it that everything really goes on as planned. And he's a very exciting lad, and all I know, he has gotten something to say when he was at there was the airport where he was, and I'm trying to obviously look for those words. I know Sky Sports have gone ahead to obviously quote those words, but the lad is on plane to Manchester United. And I tell you what, and as we speak right now, we've been told that he has arrived in Manchester for his medical. That is Patrick Dorgu, and Sky Sports confirms, and this is the photo of Patrick Dorgu in Manchester. So Patrick Dorgu has arrived in Manchester to undergo his medical, and that is Patrick Dorgu for you. He came on a private jet. That's why you see to it that it has really happened very, very quick. So Patrick Dorgu, he has arrived in Manchester and is on his way for a medical at Manchester United. So that is Patrick Dorgu for you, arriving in Manchester, and he has obviously gone ahead to obviously be picked up from the Manchester airport, drove to Manchester United, and obviously that is Carrington, you know, and it's really something important to note. And when he was leaving the side of Lecce, he said, it's an opportunity for me. Patrick Dorgu spoke as he prepared to board a plane to Manchester as he seeks to complete his move for Manchester United. I repeat it, these are the kinds of players that I really want, you know. These are the kind of players I want at Manchester United. I tell you, I want players like Patrick Dorgu that will obviously listen to the orders of the manager, because we are having a young manager in Ruben Amorim, and the moment you obviously keep these other grown-up people around, then it won't really make sense. The only grown-up people we need around are those that are really willing to obviously dance to the tunes of the manager, and that is Mikel, that is Ruben Amorim. I want us to do things like what Arteta did. He really let all players go, and the only one who was left in the names of Granit Xhaka was the most obedient. He was like, are you going to abide with my rules? And Xhaka was like, I'm obviously gonna do that. And that's why the manager kept him around. But if it wasn't the case, he would have already told him, please show me your back, because you're going to disorganize my dressing room. So as it stands, all has gone on well as planned. Patrick Dorgu on plane to Manchester United, and that has been one of the moves made by Manchester United. And I tell you, more stories are yet to come, as David Austin confirmed to us that it's not yet done for the club of Manchester United, and Manchester United is still pushing to get in more and more players into the mix. So Rock and David remains my name. Your reactions to Patrick Dorgu arriving at all touches down Manchester to undergo his medical are welcome in the comment section below. First video of the day, obviously I'm gonna be coming up with some more stories, and there is a one of Matthias Tell that has just broken that I need to obviously record and also put up here. It's really gonna be a busy day. Looks like United is really getting another deal done and dusted. Bye bye.